Hi Aries, love and light to you all here. I know this is so weird. I've got a face mask on right now, but we'll get to it. It's all part of your energy field here during this time, Aries. This is a powerful period of the year. I'm hearing lunar cycle, so whatever that may mean, specifically for you watching, if you feel, let's say that this is bringing up a few things for you here with the new moon in Cancer that we've just rolled through, and this particular stage moving into the next full moon, there could be a focus here. Now, let's get into it, Aries. Now, it's interesting, right? I'm just filming this in the middle of doing a face mask. And as I was meditating on your energy, I was getting that there is an absolute focus on what you identify with as your priority for creation. How you see yourself in that space, creating what it is that you do in an empowering way. How you connect with your own concept of what you create. And what does that really boil down to? Aries, what I'm getting is that it's coming down to who you see yourself as. How you connect with your concept of the manifester even. Okay, so what I'm seeing specifically, Aries, is that you're in a period of releasing what the white noise has been around that space of who am I in the space in which I create? What do others perceive of my role here, creating what it is that I am? What is the hearsay even that others may circulate around that space that is otherwise what I consider my space of individuality? I'm hearing also independence for a number of you. And I'm seeing you getting really clear, Aries, really clear on what has been interfering in your matrix. I'm hearing your matrix field of mothering your own creative potential. How is it that you have downplayed your potential, Aries, as a limitless creator? What has infiltrated that space of possibility? Where on one hand you're like, well, I see so much and I know so much is possible of my abilities as a creator. But then there is this, I'm hearing this negative energy. I'm hearing this negative energy around me, okay? And I'm seeing that you're coming to the point of very clearly disconnecting, even in a perceptive way, what feels like your power and what feels like a potential source of influence upon it. And how is it that we feel that we mediate that process of how we interact with our space of independence in the process of creation and the space of reaction? Okay, so for a number of you, I'm hearing you could absolutely be famous. You may have a lot of followers. You may have a lot of eyes on you, Aries. Okay, and for those of you, let's say, who are also musicians, I'm hearing you're getting really clear on what your take-home message is. And if it hasn't been the message that you told yourself that would be, I'm hearing the take-home message, the priority of also, I'm hearing your mentorship space, so perhaps even for a number of you, something that you see yourself really delivering to a large audience as a I'm hearing also source of information. I'm hearing a news that you see kind of transcending even through time. Now let's get back to it though, Aries. I'm seeing that for a number of you, if you have a really large audience here, okay, we are all connected. But for those of you who, let's say, feel that you are strongly so holding a public space, there may have been the question of how do I characterize myself in it? And what are the points that I feel validated through and by? What is the feedback that I receive, the stimuli? And Aries, you're getting real clear on this. Let's not joke around. You're getting real clear on this. What is the stimuli around me that mimics my space that I validate independently? In other words, what is the image that I project just because I project it? Not because the audience has prepared to fulfill their role in that space as reflection of what you create. Aries is going real deep. It's going real deep. Okay, and bear with me, but I'm getting for a number of you, okay, that for a number of you, let's say what you create, you might feel like, you know, I feel like they, perhaps it is your audience, I feel like they are expecting something. And for a number of you, I'm hearing this has really, really, really felt uncomfortable. It's put you in a position of, let's say, feeling that you are a certain type of creator. Where in fact, Aries, you may have felt that, I'm hearing, you don't want to have to lasso in your audience, I'm hearing, in their interest to I'm hearing certain shows and certain times, okay? I'm hearing also certain places. For a number of you, this might have been simply you've been trying to generate interest around what it is that, let's say, you're creating, what it is you're performing, what it is that you're carrying out in a really public way. And I'm seeing that you're getting, again, really clear Aries on what you don't really want to have to fight for. Okay? And I'm hearing that truth at the end of the day is your medium for translation of what you create. In other words, if you feel 150% aligned with what it is that you're creating, there is no question of the reaction to it. This holds for partnerships. This holds for the relations that you hold with certain people at certain times, in certain places. It holds for memory spaces as well. And when you connect to this concept of putting the feeling space first, where, let's say, if you're in the process of creating something, let's say I'm hearing you checkmate yourself, and you really ask yourself, how do I feel while I'm doing this? How do I feel while I'm creating this? And if the answer is inauthentic, if the answer is uncomfortable, I'm hearing unfriendly. Okay, so whatever that may mean, in particular for a number of you, perhaps something that you feel you're not able to fully also feel vulnerable in the space of. If those are the boxes that you're ticking off and that you're checking, what I'm getting for you, Aries, is that you're not placing boundaries on what your belief is as a creator. In other words, if you love something, there are no limits to it. When you have faith in where what you love takes you, there is no fear. And where perhaps for a number of